With questions surrounding the future of their school district, parents pack a high school auditorium.
Who is going to buy a house and then you have, a mediocre school system to send your children to? It's not going to happen.
Facing declining enrollment, tonight Clawson Public Schools turn to parents for solutions.
He was a star athlete with several college scholarships on the line. Tonight, who killed his local high school football player and why?
Also, a local father charged with murdering his wife by spiking her cereal with heroin. Tonight, we're hearing what he told investigators under oath as he is set to face a judge in the morning.
Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 11 starts now.
And we're glad you're with us tonight at 11. We're going to begin this evening in Clawson, where the school district is turning to parents for possible solutions to help their struggling district.
Larry Spruill is live in Clawson tonight. Larry, the district says pretty much everything is on the table.
Yeah, Devin and Kimberly, they know that the district is struggling. It's really a matter of survival at this very point. Now, the superintendent tells me the way things have been going, the writing is on the wall, and they will not survive as a school district. Tonight, they reached out to the parents, and they wanted and needed their feedback. In a nearly packed Clawson High auditorium, the school district released the harsh reality of what the future of Clawson School District looks like.
We've had a consistent decline in enrollment over the last 10 years.
Clawson School Superintendent Tim Wilson tells me the school district sees the writing on the wall and they know they have to make some big changes.
We've gone from 1,875 students 10 years ago, and we're down under 1,500 now, 1,477.
Which is a huge blow to the district's pocket because Wilson says they receive funding from every student. Fewer students, fewer dollars.
The way we've been able to offset that is by giving lower wages to our staff, and that's just not fair to them. They've been, basically carrying the district, and we're trying to figure out a way to give them a fair wage and also keep our district viable.
They laid out 3 plans of right sizing and maybe closing some buildings, moving students around.
The last and maybe feasible option, annexation. Julia Beatty, one of the many parents speaking out about the survival plan.
And I'm not necessarily opposed to that. I just think that it needs to be a slow process, and we should look at multiple districts. 2 of the districts Clawson School District is looking to combine with Royal Oak Schools and Troy Schools, both bigger districts. Troy has the most students with just over 12,000. Royal Oak weighs in with just over 5,000 students. I really like the fact that Royal Oak is a smaller district, just because we would have more equal representation there.
So the district and the school board will meet again on November 4th, but the superintendent tells me more than likely they will not make a decision at that meeting either. They will simply go over the information presented at tonight's meeting. He plans on and hopes on that they will make a decision within the next couple of months. We are live in Clawson tonight. Larry Spruill, Local 4.
All right, Larry, now to breaking news just in from Detroit's east side. A man is found dead inside a home, and it is possibly due to carbon monoxide poisoning.
A woman was also inside the home and was rushed to the hospital. Tim Pamplin is on the scene with the night cam. Tim.
Detroit police got the run of a missing persons report at this home on Palmer at Shane. That's 94 East Grand Boulevard area. When they got inside the home, they found the 2 bodies on the floor. They checked their pulses. The lady had a faint pulse. They got her rushed off to the hospital. The man, he had no vital signs. He was pronounced dead here at the scene by medics. When police started looking around the house, they found 2 generators, one upstairs connected to a space heater, and a very large 4,000 watt one in the basement that was hooked up to the home's circuit breakers. If you have to rely on a generator to power your home, leave the generator outside. If you don't, the consequences could be deadly. That's the scene on the east side tonight with a night cam. Tim Pamplin, Local 4.
All right, Tim. Tomorrow morning, a Genesee County man accused of murdering his wife by spiking her cereal with heroin is going to be in court to see whether the case against him is headed to trial. In a Local 4 Defenders exclusive, video shows him being questioned about the night his wife died and what he did with that insurance money. Mara McDonald live downtown. Mara, he claims he saw nothing out of the ordinary.
That's right, but you know what he also, he admits to in this video deposition, Devin, that he moved a woman into his home the same month his wife was buried. Christy Thompson Harris died in September of 2014 of what police thought was an accidental heroin overdose, which made zero sense to anyone who knew the mother of two. 5 years and a lot of police work later, the Genesee County prosecutor charged her husband, Jason Harris.
We believe he put heroin into her cereal and milk the night that she died,
in order to kill her. In a video deposition, her husband Jason, who heads to court in the morning for his preliminary hearing on the charges against him, attorneys for her family who filed a wrongful death suit have many questions for him, including whether they had talked about divorce. He says they had, their money problems, they'd filed for bankruptcy, and whether he hired a hitman to kill her.
Did you ever request that Mr. Shustak kill your wife?
No.
And if he said that you did, he's either lying or mistaken?
No, he'd be lying.
Harris got about $150,000 in insurance monies after Christy died. So what did he do with it?
You used that to pay off your student loans?
Yes.
Back here live, Harris is in court in Genesee County tomorrow, and that's where our Karen Drew will be to cover it. We're live downtown tonight. I'm Mara McDonald, Local 4.
All right, Mara. Well, it's a sad night in Grosse Pointe, an elementary school there, and really the entire community grieving the loss of two young students who died inside a house fire early today. The two boys were brothers. They were inside their home on Fisher Road between Kirchville and Mack when the fire broke out, and they became trapped in an area over the garage. Students attending Grosse Pointe schools impacted by the loss will be able to speak to grief counselors starting tomorrow morning.
An Oakland County judge ruling a 16-year-old boy can remain on life support after a Royal Oak hospital planned on removing him from life support. 16-year-old Titus Jermaine Cromer Jr. remains in a coma at Beaumont Hospital in Royal Oak. Cromer suffered an undisclosed injury, and the hospital says he lost all brain function. The judge granting the family's temporary restraining order to keep the young man alive.
This is a 16-year-old boy who sustained a horrible injury and who is recovering. He's in a lot better shape than he was when he first came into the hospital. He's now able, as I said, to regulate his body temperature, regulate his pulse, regulate his blood pressure, and every day he continues to improve.
And that temporary restraining order buys the family more time to search for a facility that might treat Cromer.
This week, the House of Representatives is going to hold its first formal vote on the impeachment inquiry. Speaker Nancy Pelosi sent a letter to House Democrats saying the resolution will establish open hearings, the disclosure of closed-door deposition transcripts, and due process rights for President Trump and his attorneys. The vote is scheduled for this Thursday.
Former Michigan State University President Luana K. Simon will stand trial for the Larry Nassar sexual abuse scandal.
Simon's accused of lying to police. Investigators looking into Larry Nassar, who served, of course, as a sports doctor for the university. Simon is facing 4 criminal charges. The arraignment will be yet a while to wait before it happens. It's not scheduled until December. Now, from one former MSU official to now another, Nancy Schlichting announcing her resignation from the Board of Trustees effective immediately. In a letter to Governor Whitmer, the former board member cites the university's failure to undergo an independent review into the handling of the Nassar scandal. Schlichting was appointed by then Governor Rick Snyder back in December of last year. So Governor Whitmer will now appoint a replacement, and that seat will be up for statewide election again in 2022.
Still ahead, Facebook rolls out its latest interactive feature.
We'll have a look at what the social media giant is now offering to help users stay healthy.
An elected official facing disturbing allegations. Why investigators say he was smuggling babies into the country. Andrew.
Kimberly and Devin, we have a good-looking Monday night. We have temperatures that are in the 50s and 40s out there. Cool, but not too cold. And nice conditions out there in terms of the skies. Mostly clear right now with temperatures around 51 to 52 degrees from City Airport to Metro Airport and over in Lapeer. Can we keep the dry weather through Halloween? Your full Halloween and 7-day forecast coming up.
He was a star high school football player with several college scholarships on the line.
He was such a good kid.
Gunned down just 2 days before the first big game of his senior season.
It's like, how can this happen to somebody that, he never did anything to anybody?
Who killed this local high school football player and why?
It's the world we live in. We live in a wicked, cruel world, and they have no regard of life.
Tonight, his mother's desperate plea for help.
It never went well on Dunder Mifflin, so should you keep the costumes and candy at home? The do's and don'ts of celebrating Halloween at work. Tomorrow morning at 6 a.m.
You can feel it in the air. A season for fun and a big scare.
It's Basil's first Halloween. What will he be? The plan is in place. Just wait and see. Until then, send me pics of your favorites all dressed up, great shots of kids, or even your pup.
And I'm looking for scary homes around town. They may be on your street, so look up and down. Share the Halloween fun for all to see, and we'll post it online and on TV.
Look for Kimberly's Little Pumpkins and Ben's Halloween House Hunt on Click on Detroit and Local 4.